All this month, we're talking heart health. And when you think of beef, you may think it's not good for your heart, but more and more nutritionists are now saying that lean beef actually plays a pretty crucial role in heart-healthy diets. So joining me now is Jackie Medill from the Washington Beef Commission. She has got some quick and easy, healthy beef recipes that you can make at home. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I love this because when you look at how simple this is, I'm going, okay, I'm not a cook and I could do this.
You can do this.
Yeah.
Anybody can do this. And you can do this with a very short amount of time, no prep period. This is a 30-minute meal from start to finish.
Even with prep and everything?
Even with prep and everything, because you're really relying on some pre-made foundational pieces to get put together. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to head to the meat case and you're going to seek out the leanest possible ground beef you can find. It needs to be about 96% or leaner, which is widely available now at most grocery stores.
That's easy.
And the most important thing is you can see this little heart check mark on there. Zoom in on that, baby. That's really important because that lets you know that the American Heart Association says, yes, this is good for you to include in your heart healthy diet.
Oh, nice.
Which is really, really awesome. So you would brown up your ground beef, just in a skillet over medium-high heat, break it up into crumbles. If you like big crumbles, it's almost like miniature meatballs.
Yeah, that's a good
Smaller
idea.
pieces if you've got younger folks in your household. So you brown up your ground beef. You're gonna add a cup of whole wheat pasta, the rigatoni, the penne, whatever your shape is, whatever your favorite shape is. So this is uncooked, a cup of pasta to a pound of ground beef. I've got 2 zucchini, one yellow squash, 1 zucchini, just cut up into nice bite-sized pieces.
That's easy enough.
You're gonna toss that in as well. And then it is a cup of no sodium added beef broth.
Okay, that's good.
Goes right in. That's going to help cook your pasta. And a whole can, the 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes with the juice. That's going to go in there. Get the sodium-free ones or the no sodium added. And then just a little bit of Italian seasoning salt, not seasoning salt, seasoning mix. So you've got good flavors in there, oregano, parsley, basil. It's all in there. And really what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this, you can see that the liquid is gonna just about cover all of that pasta and all of that zucchini. You're gonna put it over medium-high heat and let it simmer for long enough to cook the pasta and soften the zucchini. 9 to 10 minutes, which would be just like usually cooking your pasta. And the sauce, the little bit of liquid that's gonna be left over is gonna thicken up because the starches from the pasta and the zucchini are gonna release, and it's almost like a really healthy gravy, if you will, because there's that tiny bit of fat that's come off of that super lean beef. It's gonna mix with the starch, the liquid, and you've just got this flavor explosion. It makes this beautiful little
really
dish,
good.
And it's so yummy, right?
I've been eating it little
all
by
morning.
little.
It's breakfast.
Jackie,
right
you know
here.
what I love about this is, number one, it is a one-pot meal, so I'm not sitting here doing 9,000 dishes.
Absolutely.
And number 2, it's cheap.
It is.
Because
this is inexpensive.
Yeah, I mean, a can of tomatoes, a couple of veggies. I mean, it is not an expensive meal.
Absolutely. And what I really love is that, you know, if this is a family of 2 preparing this, you have this is a quarter of this recipe. That is a generous dinner.
So you got leftovers.
And then you can pack it. It's I mean, my goodness, you could meal prep this and make it lunches for a whole week, you know, double the batch.
It's so good.
And then what I love is, you know, I have little kids in my house. These are foods that they would eat if they didn't know they were eating them, right? Pasta and sauce.
They don't want to see the veggies.
So what I did actually last night is I made this exact same thing. My kids like penne pasta, the tubes, right? I took all those vegetables and I just steamed them and pureed them in my blender and made that my sauce, poured it over cooked pasta with the ground beef, tossed it all together, and slid it into the oven for a really quick pasta bake.
Oh,
and I added a little bit of cheese because they're kiddos and they need a little extra fat and they're busy kids. So I preheated the oven, I slid it in, I went and picked my daughter up from ballet, my husband picked my son up from soccer. We all came home. I pulled dinner out of the oven.
Together. That's nice.
And my kids just annihilated this. This is all that is left over from last night's dinner.
Really?
So, and it's going to make a great lunch today.
You're right. It does kind of. It looks like a little baked ziti because when you brought it up here, I said, "Ooh, what's that?
That looks like lunch for me." So you know, you can pair this with. We had lovely green salad, a super dense, kind of rich whole wheat bread, which would be good for you as well if somebody was still a little bit hungry. But really, if you think about it, this is a really beautiful, balanced meal that the American Heart Association has collaborated with dietitians on to kind of put together.
And I think that's the thing, because we were talking about this as well. I think we all used to think, oh my gosh, don't eat beef, it's so bad for you. And that is not the case. I feel like some of the best diets I've ever been on have included like really nice lean cuts of beef.
Exactly, and there's so many lean beef options in the grocery store now, and nutrition research has really come to the conclusion that red meat provides essential nutrients, is our greatest source of protein, and because we have a lower fat profile in meat these days, it's super important to include in your heart healthy diet. And what they've also found out is folks that are on a heart healthy focused diet are more likely to stick to it when they can enjoy the foods that they love.
Exactly.
And beef being one of those. So instead of a list of foods that you can't eat, this is included in the foods that you should enjoy.
I love that.
In appropriate portion sizes and throughout the week.
Well, I am a fan, that's for sure. I can't stop eating this. And of course, you have to pair it with a heart-healthy glass of wine, right?
Red wine never hurt anybody, right?
Absolutely. Cheers to this. Where can people find the recipe?
So head on over to our wonderful website, wabeef.org, and we have a whole heart-healthy recipe section that's been put together, like I said, with the American Heart Association. We're just really proud of the work that our dietitians have been doing there.
It is a fabulous recipe. I love it. It's easy. It doesn't have 5,000 ingredients. We can do this. We can figure it out.
Keep it
exactly.
simple.
Jackie, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers.